A giant in the technology world is preparing for a massive financial move. SK Hynix, the South Korean semiconductor company that supplies critical memory parts for NVIDIA's artificial intelligence hardware, has confidentially filed to list its shares on the United States stock market. Reports indicate that they are looking to raise anywhere between $10 billion and $14 billion. But this is not just a routine corporate update. This move represents a major shift that will send ripples through the AI-adjacent stocks like NVIDIA and Micron. It might even explain why Bitcoin has been experiencing a bit of sideways pressure recently. So in this video, we will break down exactly why SK Hynix is coming to Wall Street, how it impacts the broader tech sector, and what it meant for the crypto market in both the short term and long term. To understand this move, we first need to look at what SK Hynix actually does. Well, they are a leader in making high bandwidth memory or HBM. To put it simply, think of a traditional computer memory like a regular single-lane road. It gets the job done, but it can cause traffic jams if too much data tries to pass through at once. Well, HBM is like a multi-lane, double-decker highway built specifically for data. Artificial intelligence model requires massive amounts of data processed instantly, making these fast HBM highways absolutely essential. Right now, SK Hynix is primarily listed on the South Korean exchange. However, the largest concentration of investment capital and strongest demand for AI technology lives in the United States. By launching an American Depository Receipt or ADR listing in the US, potentially as early as August, SK Hynix can plug itself directly into the American capital. The goal here is simple. They need money to expand. Building advanced semiconductor factories requires an incredible amount of cash. Listings in the US allows them to raise billions from large pension funds and hedge funds that previously faced regulatory barriers investing directly in South Korea. It also helps the company get a fairer valuation, as US markets traditionally value tech companies much higher than overseas markets do. This US listing will have direct consequences for its peer. For NVIDIA, this is a highly positive news. NVIDIA is currently locked in a constant race to secure enough physical components to meet its global demand for its AI chips. With SK Hynix raising up to $14 billion to aggressively expand its production lines and secure advanced machinery, NVIDIA gets a much stronger, more stable supply chain safety net. It meant that the AI hardware engine can keep running without hitting a sudden production wall. For Micron, however, the situation introduced heavy competition. While Micron is an American memory manufacturer and a direct rival to SK Hynix. Up until now, Wall Street investors who wanted to invest specifically in the AI memory boom primarily bought Micron stocks simply because it was easily available in the US exchange. Once SK Hynix completes its US listing, global investors will have a direct alternative. This will likely cause some investment capital to split between the two companies, forcing both Micron and SK Hynix to compete intensely on technological edge and pricing power. So now let's connect this to the cryptocurrency market, because the large tech movements do not happen in a vacuum. In the short term, massive AI developments like a $14 billion listing can create what analysts call a liquidity drain for crypto. According to financial market data, when the AI semiconductor trade heats up aggressively, speculative capital often rotates off digital assets like Bitcoin and into tech stocks and AI-adjacent stocks. Investors see the immediate massive corporate earnings of chip manufacturers and decided to chase those stock yields instead. This capital rotation can leave Bitcoin sentiment temporarily quiet or under pressure as the market focuses heavily on hardware. In the long term, however, the narrative changes. The billions of dollars flowing into SK Hynix will directly fund the physical infrastructure of the digital age, more data centers, more raw computing power, and highly advanced infrastructure. As the global technology sector expands and AI develops, it drives up overall global liquidity. Historically, a growing macro tech economy eventually creates excess capital that looks for hard assets, modern tech hedges, and independent store of value. This is exactly where Bitcoin plays a major role. While hardware stocks take the spotlight today, the massive expansion of the tech ecosystem often builds the financial foundation for the next major crypto market cycle. So to sum it up, the SK Hynix US listing is a milestone showing that the AI race has moved to a new stage. It is no longer just about who has the best algorithm, but who has the capital to build the massive physical factories required to run those algorithms. While this move strengthens NVIDIA's supply chain and challenges Micron, it also reminds us how closely tied the traditional markets and crypto markets truly are. So keep a close eye on this listing as the year progresses because its impact will be felt across both Wall Street and digital assets. If you like this video, please subscribe to support our work. Comments below what you think about SK Hynix US listing, and I will see you all in our next video.